yourself in a bad position.
Mitch Hooper is a guy who knows how to be tactical, and for more on our two-time defending champion, let's bring in the other member of our broadcast crew here, Kiki Dixon, on the competition floor.
Hey guys, I was able to chat with Mitch Hooper, and he talked about his Giants Live performance, right? He said there was a lot going on in the background of that competition, a lot going on with his body, a lot going on personally in his life. He said coming into the Rogue Invitational, his body is back in proper working order, and he's in a much better mental state. What does that translate to? Confidence in his ability to win. He also said, hey, look, I had 25 shows, one didn't go my way, and that's bound to happen over the course of someone's career. He said it's actually been really freeing for him, and that now he can just come in and do his thing.
Thank you, Kiki, and as you both know, consistency is Mitch Hooper's thing. He is a hard man to beat because he rarely has a bad event. The Wagon Wheel Deadlift is event number 1, presented by Beyond the Whiteboard. 3 attempts to establish a max lift. Those bars are preloaded and the weight will never drop. Now, Hathor Bjornsson will be lifting, but he is not part of the competition. I just want to point that out. When the mountain is out there on the competition floor, his scores will not play into the overall leaderboard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, opening the Strongman event and making his first appearance in the Rogue Invitational 2025 Europe Strongest Man. Please welcome the Dark Horse,
Patty Haynes is going to be up first. He's opening up at 850 pounds, 386 kilos.
Now, this will be interesting once we start seeing the first attempts. We can kind of see how athletes are looking. You know, like Laws was just saying, you know, nobody's going to win the competition at this event, but they definitely can lose it. And we know already coming in, there's going to be some athletes that this isn't their best event, so it's kind of a salvage event for them. So it's just very important to get as many points as possible.
And for some of these guys, it's the first time on this type of lift or this equipment as well. Paddy's a great deadlift. He's gone very safe there, I feel, on that opener, but it allows him to get that comfortable lift. We may see athletes that do very, very big jumps. We've seen that before. Tom Stoltman. This is going to be an important event for Tom. 3 times he's been second at the Rogue Invitational. He doesn't want to be second again. Deadlift over the last year or so has not gone that well for him in a comp, so he needs to put as many points on the board as he can, opening here with 900 pounds.
408 kilos on the bar for Stoltman, who got a good welcome from the hometown crowd.
Now, this is a very important event for Tom. I think this kind of sets the stage for the rest of the weekend for him. So if he can come in, do what he has planned on this, and move on, he's going to be set for the rest of the weekend.
And that's a good lift for Stoltman.
We've got a lot of good lifters from this type of height. You know, we've got Trey Mitchell in this lineup. Rain O'Neill, I've seen him do very well from 18-inch type pulls. Obviously, you know, people like Austin Andrade, he looks built for this type of lift. And although Lucas Hatton hasn't been the best deadlifter from the floor, I don't know if you feel it, I feel this height really is going to suit him.
I figure it would suit him better than a regular deadlift.
He's got those ridiculous, big, strong legs.
If he can bring the legs and hips into it.
Being shorter as well, I think it'll allow him to bring those legs into it.
First attempt for Tom Evans. He's also opening up at 900 pounds, 408 kilos on the bar. Third appearance here at the Rogue Invitational, and that is no problem.
I really see Thomas Evans as a big dark horse.
Absolutely. He is a huge dark horse for the podium.
You never see people talking about him in forums and, you know, online, because he's just one of those guys. He's not really a social media presence, but he turns up at these shows and he's just showing he's been putting in the work, always performs well.
Well, he doesn't make a lot of noise, like I said, on social media or even a contest. He just comes out, performs, he goes back. But he's a guy that's always working, always improving. I know he puts the events together in training very well, so he comes in prepared.
Yeah, it was a great first lift as well.
Rain O'Neill, the 2025 World's Strongest Man, is going to be up next. He's also going to start at 900 pounds. I think a lot of people are really interested to see how he follows up that performance at World's Strongest Man here at the Rogue Invitational.
Absolutely, and you know, he'll want to prove it wasn't a fluke, and it really wasn't. He's got a great head on his shoulders, a very, very good competitor, a lot of self-confidence. He's not arrogant, but you can see that he believes in himself, He puts the work in. I've been so impressed in every show that I've seen this man in so far. And look how easy 900 pounds was there.
That was our easiest 900 we've seen yet.
Trey Mitchell will be up next. He's also going to open up at 900 pounds.
Not many people have been talking about Trey in this show, but when you think about an 18-inch deadlift, wagon wheel deadlift like this, the pressing events that we have, some very good events for the big man.
Yeah, well, especially coming to a deadlift, you know, some athletes, we don't know exactly, because when you take the suits out of the equation, it can really affect some of the athletes that are used to use it. Trey doesn't usually use a suit,
no,
so it doesn't affect him.
He never uses a suit, even when you can.
Yeah.
So.
He doesn't know the difference.
This will show us what kind of shape. Trey, the only thing with Trey in the past is sometimes when it's a competition like this where there's only 3 attempts, you feel he holds himself back a little bit. He's almost better when it's the comps where they just keep rising bar, going up and up and up, and they can have as many rounds as possible until they fail.
Yeah, he's kind of one of the guys that's kind of a workhorse athlete. He's almost does better. He's keep going deeper rounds.
I've seen lifts with Trey where the first lift just looks the same as the last lift.
Yeah.
Mitchell has it.
He's not like, you know, some athletes are very explosive. He's not one of those type of lifters.
Yeah, he will pull that at the same speed as he'll pull 1,000. And you can't pay attention to the grimace on Trey's face, because he will make that at 500 pounds or 1,100 pounds. I think it's the same.
You get these athletes that they'll have a real poker face. They don't show that pain. Others just, it doesn't matter what weight's on there. You see how much agony they're in.
Well, the 900-pound Axel's getting a workout here as Austin Andrade is going to be up next. He's also going to open up at 900, 408 kilos on that Axel.
Austin, another absolute powerhouse. Loves anything that's static and heavy.
Yeah, good deadlifter. Had some good deadlift performances in the past.
I saw him back at the Arnold Classic in March when he finished 4th in his debut there, and that is easy.
I think we're going to see some big numbers today. These guys are looking strong.
Isn't 900 a big number?
It's a huge number. But
with mere mortals,
well.
yes, it's incredible. But when you have the best of the best, it's just not good enough.
Well, Patty Haynes is coming back out for his second attempt. He's already made 850, so he'll be attempting 900 pounds as well.
But Paddy is a very good deadlifter. I saw him pull 1,000 pounds recently at the Deadlift World Championships. He's actually beaten Halfthor this year on a deadlift event where it was lighter for reps. So Halfthor likes it super heavy. Paddy, very, very fit, dynamic athlete. His endurance is very good. The top end strength on this, maybe not quite where he wants it to be. A new event for him, but he is a good deadlifter.
And Haynes has it.
You mentioned this when we came on, Jerry, that the 18-inch deadlift, you get certain athletes that it really suits. Other athletes, like for myself, for instance, I hated 18-inch. It almost took my leg drive out the lift and it was straight onto my back. Looks like it's doing that a little bit there with Paddy. He looks a bit more uncomfortable than he normally does from the floor.
Yeah, actually, even Trey didn't look as comfortable as I thought he was going to look at the 9. Where Reno and Austin looked really solid.
Bryce Johnson will be the next man out. 950 pounds for his opener. 431 kilos, making his first appearance here at the Rogue Invitational. One of the 5 rookies that you mentioned this morning.
Yeah, and Bryce has really impressed this year. He has established himself as one of the top 10 guys for sure.
Yeah, he's big, strong, athletic. And he's a guy coming in here on short notice. You know, he took this to come in and replace Evan Singleton.
Yeah, we wish Evan Singleton best with his recovery. I'm sure we'll see him back next year, but it's given Bryce the opportunity. Let's see how his deadlift is looking.
He's got it.
Solid.
Yeah, solid lift. A little bit shaky. You can see
shaky,
that. Again, I think he's a very tall athlete. Probably prefers the lift from the floor where he'll engage his leg drive first.
At his height, the 18-inch deadlift was not that elevated for him.
And the Albatross, Tom Stoltman. back out on the competition floor for his second of 3 lifts, this one at 950 pounds. 4th appearance here at the Rogue Invitational. He's finished second every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see Tom have a great performance this weekend. I think we all would.
Well, we know he's capable.
There you go, Tom. Come on. There you go.
Good pull there.
Gets the down signal. That counts.
Good. That's a good lift for Tom. Great lift for Tom.
We have yet to see a missed lift.
He's had some back issues, the last year and a half he's been working on that's kind of affected his deadlift, which it looks like it's slowly getting better, Laws.
Yeah, it's good to see. He does have some great events to come.
Oh, huge events.
Tom Evans making his way back out onto the competition floor for his second attempt. He's also moving up to 950 pounds.
And this is an event for Thomas that isn't his best event. I mean, I don't know what he is at 18 on his axle, but if we look at regular deadlift, we would put him probably up in the top. So it's a bit of a salvage event, but he's got some great events to come. So if he can salvage some good points here, this is really going to set him up. That looked really well, really well.
He's looking very strong.
Really strong.
Well, that is good for Evans. 2 for 2 so far. 950 pounds, 431 kilos.
These guys are absolutely whizzing through this deadlift right now.
Yeah.
Looking really solid.
Lorraine O'Neill will be up next, also at 950 pounds.
I think one of the great things about the Rogue Invitational, especially this setup, is having all the bars set out there. It saves on time for an event like this, and we are going through this at a fast pace. Some of the athletes won't be used to that on a deadlift for max.
Yeah.
It could catch up with some of them.
Yeah, yeah. I personally would have loved it. I like the faster pace. It replicated my training
I've
more.
watched you where you'd have almost had to wait 45 minutes between an event before.
I did.
Yeah, this allows you to stay warm, stay ready.
Now, even powerlifting years ago, when he'd be stuck in a big flight with 15, 60 lifters and it's going through it, I always hated those.
Lorraine O'Neill at 950 has it.
I'm surprised. That slowed down a lot.
Yeah, for the jump that he made, that was a lot slower than I was expecting.
His 900 was very fast. It almost looked, Laws, if we get a look at it, like his shoulders were a bit rounded when he started and didn't have them rolled back. Maybe affected the lockout a little bit.
Maybe we can get a quick look at a replay of that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Didn't quite look set as well as he was for the 900 there.
Yeah, because 900 really snapped off the floor and through.
Trey Mitchell back for his second attempt, 950 pounds as well, 431 kilos.
You know, we talked about explosivity and Reno slowing down there. Trey, earlier we mentioned, he almost looks the same with every rep, so I'm interested to see how this looks. Does it slow him down, or are we right in just thinking that Trey is one of those controlled lifters?
Well, you get a big difference here from if we were on deadlift bars versus axle. You start going up in weight in a deadlift bar, you start getting more flex. So actually, even though it's getting heavier, the bar reacts better for you. The axle, it doesn't change.
No.
It's just getting heavier.
And Trey Mitchell good at 950.
Nice.
So far, we have yet to see a missed lift.
Yeah, well, like Law said on Trey, it looks the same as 900.
It looks hard, but we could be saying that at 1,050 soon, and he'll still pull it the same. Here we're going to see Lucas Hatton.
First attempt at 975 pounds.
An absolute powerhouse, this man. Look out for him on the overhead events.
Yeah, that's where he really comes out and shines.
Deadlift is not normally his best event, but I've said that I think he's going to do well. Let's see.
You talked about before, what's at stake here, who can get on the podium. He has a strong performance here. It sets him up very well to be in that mix.
Very much so.
By the end of tomorrow.
His overheads are absolutely incredible. I can't wait to see what he does on the medley and the Viking press.
And Hatton is fired up after that one. 975, 442 kilos, and he wants more.
Puts him straight into first overall at the current standings.
Andrade is up next at 975.
was a big jump.
Big jump
for Austin. But his 900 looked really well.
442 kilos for Andrade, who was good at 900 on his opener.
What kind of jumps did you like to do, Jerry? Would you do bigger jumps, or would you kind of make sure that first one was super heavy just to put you in the driving seat?
Yeah, I mean, it always depends on how my warm-up felt, but I liked a big, heavy opener because you only had 3 attempts. So to me, you had to get kind of close to where you were headed, you know? I mean,
if you open up heavy with only 3 lifts, it does put you in the driving seat because you can then watch what everyone else wants to do. And it allows you almost to back off maybe some of the weights that you may go for.
Especially with like this system, with the rising bar, you have an early, light opener. You're sitting there a long time before you get to go again.
How do you stay warm in that situation?
Well, that's why, like where Laws was talking about. So I would like to, do my last opener probably on this would have been like 9 or something in the back, and then wait while all these guys are going, the 8, 9, 950s, and then come out at that 1,000 or 1,000 plus, and then you're out there for a short time because then it's going to be down to like probably the last 5, 4 lifters.
So Paddy Haynes taking a big jump here from 900. He's going straight up to 975. This is his final lift, so he's taking the risk to try and get some points.
Yeah, same jump that Andrade just made. It paid off for him. This is his 3rd and final lift for Haynes.
Just a little too much.
Still has some time.
Come on, Paddy.
He's really narrow on his grip. And somehow on a deadlift bar where you're trying to get the whip, that narrow grip can help. But on something this where you just need the power and that back strength, it really was rounding him off. You can't really get his back and hips in the lift.
You mentioned earlier, it's one of the challenges with the axle, because people often think the axle is just about grip strength. Here they're allowed straps, but there's no flex at all in that bar. So it's the weight comes straight at you, whereas on a normal bar that flexes, it kind of gradually gets into the body.
Well, it took us 14 lifts until we got one that we missed, and that was Paddy Haynes at 975. So he'll wind up with 900 pounds in the Albatross. Tom Stoltman now at 975 pounds, his 3rd and final lift.
It's not going up today for Tom.
No, not today.
Well, Stoltman will finish with a score of 950 pounds.
950 is a good deadlift for Tom. Way his deadlift's been the last year and a half, I think he's improving a little bit with whatever those issues he had with his back.
Final attempt now for the reigning world's strongest man, Rain O'Neill. Been good at 900 and 950. 975, 442 kilos for Nell.
So interesting here, Laws, like the difference we saw in his 900 to his 950, if he makes adjustments for this 975.
Because the 900 looks so comfortable. 950 was not as easy, and this isn't going up either.
No. So after 14 straight makes, we've had 3 straight misses now at 975.
And there's a number of athletes there tied on 950.
We got a lot of,
This could be an important lift for putting yourself in a good position for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
And Trey Mitchell will try to break the streak here at 975. This will also be his 3rd and final attempt. Mitchell's good at 900 and 950. He's followed the exact same path as Rain O'Neill. First appearance here at the Rogue Invitational since 2023. Best finish here at this competition was 2nd in 2022.
Trey's one of those that he's destined to win some major shows.
Oh, yeah.
At times you look at him and think he is the most powerful man on the planet.
When he has it the past, he's won the Shaw Classic a couple times.
Has indeed, yes.
He's had a strong performance here a few years ago.
He's been there or thereabouts in most shows. And when it comes to static strength, he's normally, just absolutely top 3, top 2, often winning these events.
A lot of times, a lot of shows, because you often see a heavy frame carrier farmers, and that ends up being Trey's Achilles, which we don't have that this weekend. Like, there's really no bad events for Trey this weekend.
No. And again, with 2 pressing events, sets him up well.
Yeah.
That was an important lift as well. He's now separated himself from that 950 cluster.
He had to have that to get out of that pack at 950 there.
And now Mitchell Hooper making his first appearance. He's going to jump up to 1,000 pounds, 454 kilos for the 2-time Rogue Invitational champion.
Mitch Hooper, methodical as well as always. You see there, he put some chalk on the bars.
Yeah, smart.
These are brand new bars. We saw on the women's side, some of them a little bit slippy.
Yeah. It was a big opener.
Very big. Easy lift there by Mitch.
Smooth, easy.
That's a great opener.
Yeah.
And he's allowed himself to really push the others. And he may not need to now push to the absolute extreme. And when you're thinking overall competition, you want to save energy where you can, and that's the advantage of coming in as heavy as he has there.
Well, there's only 2 other men who've made just one lift, and that's Bryce Johnson and Lucas Hatton.
Yeah.
And now Hathor Bjornsson is out to lift. Now again, we're taking the score off because his lift will not play into the competition here. This is an exhibition right now for the mountain, and he's going to open up at 1,000 pounds here.
It's always a pleasure to watch this man deadlift. Just recently watched him break the world record from the floor, pulling 510 kilos.
He's become such a massive deadlifter.
Easy lift.
Yeah, easy. You know, to push a deadlift record even once in your career is a huge accomplishment. And to do it multiple times is another one, and to do it multiple times in the same year or within the same 4 months.
It was even less than that, I think. It was like 2 months. He broke the record twice.
Let me just roll out of bed. I guess I'll break a record today. It's been a couple weeks.
Well, I mean, basically what he's done this weekend, you know, is he's had a little shoulder issue going on with a nerve issue, but he still wanted to come deadlift because he's in shape for deadlift. So really coming from Iceland last night to do this deadlift today.
But Bryce Johnson is out for his 2nd attempt. He's trying to match Mitchell Hooper at 1,000 pounds, 454 kilos.
This will be a great lift. Come on, Bryce.
He really put himself in a great position moving on here. Oh, come on, get your hips down.
Broken off the floor well, but kind of fell forward a little bit, didn't he, as he came up. Telling himself to get in position, drive. Oh.
See, this is a little bit, like we were just talking a little bit ago, Laws, is he's been sitting over there a while now.
Yes.
And you sit and start getting cold, it kills your lift when you're winning, especially when you're going up.
And now he's back in that group of 950 guys.
Yeah.
He does have another attempt, but it's hard to come out. You'll feel that pressure.
And here's another guy who's been sitting for a while. Tom Evans is out for his 3rd and final attempt at 1,000 pounds.
This will be huge for Thomas because these other events are very good for him. So he can put himself in the top group of deadlifters here.
This lift will really, put him in a great position for the whole show.
You talked about him being a dark horse. He hits this. He is very much in that battle for the podium that you talked about earlier.
I totally agree.
Absolutely.
This is a very big lift for Thomas Evans. 1,000 pounds. Oh, no.
And that's going to be it for Tom Evans. His final score will be 950 pounds. So stuck in that group that is at 950 for their final scores.
Yeah, I would not want to be stuck in that pack. It's just you allow guys to get away from you.
4 athletes tied on 950.
You give up so much points there.
There's only 4 athletes remaining. Bryce Johnson's going to be out next. He's going to make another attempt at 1,000. That leaves Andrade, Hatton, and Hooper. Andrade's through 2 lifts. Hatton and Hooper are through 1 each.
This is huge. Watching that last lift, I just can't see this going up, Jerry.
It didn't look like,
I hope he can prove me wrong.
Yeah.
because he's not been a long rest either since that attempt.
Oh, come on.
Man, that was moving well, but not going to get it.
It was a great effort.
Great effort.
But you can see the body position folding as he gets to the knees. He was strong off the floor. As soon as that bar hit the knee, the upper body starts to crumble. It's just, he's not had time to prep for this type of show.
Yeah.
He's been focusing on different types of deadlifts.
Yeah.
But that's where that upper back strength is important in deadlift as well.
Yeah, once you get crowned over that bar, you're not going to lock out that kind of weight. You got to be back on your heels, with the hips under you.
But Lucas Hatton, for his second attempt now, he's jumping up to 1,025 pounds, 465 kilos. This for the lead at this point in the event. But remember, we still have Andrade with a lift remaining, and Mitch Hooper has 2 left.
$1,000, biggest lift we've seen so far today. It's interesting. I mentioned that I thought Lucas might be able to get those legs into it. He's not. He's having to hinge through the hips. It just shows body shape varies so much. Being shorter, he may be able to kind of engage those quads a bit more. He's not able to.
Yeah, just his body mechanics just aren't the best for deadlift, suited for deadlift.
Andrade is going to come out for his third and final attempt at 1,025. If he doesn't make this, Hooper doesn't have to lift again.
Yeah.
I don't think he will. If Austin doesn't pull this, I don't think Mitch will. Mitch is very much focused on the whole show right now.
There would be no point. It'd be like Lucy.
If he can save that kind of energy, that would be big. Austin in his first invitational. This is going to be a great start for him. Currently tied in second. If he gets this, will go into first place and can do no worse than second in event number 1.
And Hatton can lift again at 1,025, but based on how that first attempt went for him, we'll have to see. So Andrade trying to put some pressure on Mitch Hooper.
That's a good lift.
And that'll count.
Very
for
strong.
Andrade.
Strong.
We get a big boom from Austin Andrade.
Good, strong. Good points for Austin. That sets him up well.
Yes. Yeah, he's going to be very pleased with the start on the deadlift here.
The Lucas Hatton will be out next, and he'll make another attempt at 1,025 pounds.
I mean, Lucas was closer than, like we say, when Bryce came back out, that maybe if he adjusts some things on his positioning, he could get this. But he's going to have to be back on his heels and really, like Law's saying, get those hips and legs involved in this lift and pushing that thing off the ground.
I think I heard them talking. I think Thor was asking Mitch what he's going to go for, and I think he said 1,050, which makes sense.
And Hofstra said, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I remember my first deadlift.
I remember my first 1,050. That's cute.
Look at the mountain. He is a huge man. Mitch Hooper is 330 pounds, 6'3", and he looks like a little boy next to Hafthor Bjornsson. And I'll say Thor's looking a little bit smaller than he did a month or so ago for the Deadlift World Championships. He looked like the biggest in-shape man I've ever seen in my life. You know how big, you know, all these guys are, and they just look like little boys next to him.
No, I know.
There's both Mitch Hooper and Hafthor Bjornsson at 1,000 pounds.
Both making it look super easy.
And Hafthor is a very experienced lifter and deadlifter and very specialized in the deadlift now. Like that, it's like we're talking with Trey and others, it's hard to engage because Hafthor's going to put out just enough energy and effort to pull that 1,000 pounds. He's not going to yank it and do anything crazy. He's saving it for whatever he's got in his head that he's going after.
Hafthor's not just strong as well, he's technically very efficient at deadlifting. And it's great because you can find some old videos of Hafthor online where he had terrible form, worked really hard over the years, and, you know, now he is the greatest deadlifter of all time.
Final lift for Lucas Hatton. This is the second time he's tried 1,025 pounds, 465 kilos. And it's not going to go. He's going to wind up with a final score of 975. And now Mitch Hooper is the only man left in the competition. And he's going to go up to 1,050 pounds for the outright victory.
And he set himself up very well. He could potentially be done with 2 lifts here and walk back and start getting ready for Viking press.
Training-wise, I know Mitch was confident of 500 kilos, so 1,100. This is less than he's having to push himself to.
Yeah.
If he gets a good lift, he's able to save energy, get himself ready for event number 2. There's a time when you want to push to records, and there's a time when you need to focus on the overall.
Well, especially when it's on the very first event. And there's nothing else extra on it,
Yes,
right?
exactly that.
You know, years ago with the Arnold, they would put extra money on if you broke a record and took a 4th, but there's nothing extra on it right now.
And that is an event win for Mitch Hooper.
Good. Definitely slowed down more than I thought it was going to, but it was still a great lift.
Still smooth,
Yeah.
heavyweight, but got the job done in event number 1. I think that is that his 4th event win at the Rogue Invitational?
It is. And look out, because very rarely does he start with an event win.
Yeah. Absolute perfect start for the Canadian, reigning 2-time champion. And I guess we're going to get to enjoy an exhibition now from the big Icelander.
Mitch Hooper is going to pick up 10 points, 4th career event win, and start the competition on top of the overall standings. And look, having watched this guy compete, Laz, when he is in that first spot, he's hard to catch. I mean, we have 5 events left, but that is not good news for the rest of the field.
It's the perfect start for Mitch. It's exactly what he wants to do. He's very confident with his overall ability right now. Training has gone very well. He will be over the moon to take event number 1 win. It puts him in the driving seat. He's going to get to go last on event number 2. You can sit back and watch what your opponents are doing. It's a very good position for someone like him to be in.
Well, he's such a consistent athlete anyway, so when he gets event wins, then he's very dangerous for the rest of the field to try to catch.
If you remember back to last year, he made a lot of mistakes and managed to get the win. That was the perfect start for him. He's going to be very happy.
So Hathor Bjornsson, who is not part of the competition, his scores will not factor in, is going to attempt 1,110 pounds.
That's a big jump. It's a shame we're not seeing him this year in the full show, but it's always good to watch this man deadlift.
Yeah.
503 kilos for the mountain.
And we get to see an athlete finally go after all the anticipation on these wheels that come back to life. And an Icelandic athlete to go after.
That's pretty cool.
You know,
that is pretty cool.
It's a fitting end to the deadlift here.
He actually has the quote on his leg
Does, yes.
from Jean-Paul Sigmarsson. You might be able to get an image of it.
That's 1,110 pounds that's on that wagon wheel.
Come on, Thor. Oh, he's not going to go today.
Well,
He'll get another attempt, but he's not going to go today.
it's not quite there.
Hathor Bjornsson's not going to be able to get that 1,110-pound lift. But great for the fans to be able to see him out here in this event.
Fingers crossed we get to see him back competing in full next year.
Yeah, hopefully the Arnolds will see him back and whatever is going on with the shoulder, he'll get resolved here because his pressing was getting better.
It's looked a lot better in training and shows that he's done. He's getting himself back to where he needs to be.
Well, Hathor Bjornsson is now officially done with his exhibition. And Mitch Hooper is your event winner, 1,050 pounds, only needed 2 lifts to do it. And it just wasn't a problem for him at all.
Easy opener there on the 1,000 pounds. 1,050 slowed him down a little, but it was enough to take the win and maximum points. Perfect start for the defending champion.
But Mitch Hooper, who lives off consistency, and what makes him so hard to beat starts with an event win, and that is bad news for the rest of the field. 1,050 pounds, Andrade is going to take second. Patton and Mitchell tie for third, and Bryce Johnson and a whole host of other competitors tie for fifth at 950 pounds. Let's send it down to Kiki Dixon, who is with your event winner, the two-time champion, Mitch Hooper.
Mitch, congratulations on your event win. What is it about the wagon wheel that works well for you?
Look, I think when you take suit away and you take the power off the floor, it just becomes raw back strength. And it's an event that's gone really well for me, but that's not a one-off. That's replicative of how the rest of my training has gone.
I saw you sharing a moment with Thor, having a chuckle. What was that about?
Oh, just wishing him good luck. Yeah, I want to see Thor back. We all want to see Thor back. It's too bad he didn't knock that one out, but you know, he's had a pretty good year nonetheless.
You're opening up the Rogue Invitational with an event win. What kind of statement are you making to look not only with this event, but the weekend overall?